It's week 2, yay! Welcome back. It's week 2 of getting back on our game. How did last week go? Were you successful at implementing the small tools that we outlined? Well, in honor of Valentine's Day, I wanted to make a video focused on heart-healthy foods and maybe some dinner ideas that we can have for our Galentine's Valentines. I'm Dr. Destiny Grant, licensed naturopathic physician and expert in natural and lifestyle medicine. If you're just here to get an idea of romantic dinners that you can cook with your special person, go ahead and skip to the dinner ideas timestamp. But for the rest of us, let's first talk about how what we eat affects our heart. I feel like most of us are conditioned to think about low salt and low fat when we think of heart healthy foods, right? For me, I actually think about sugar.
What?
In particular, blood sugar. Because here's the thing. Sugar in the bloodstream, it's like sandpaper on your blood vessel. So we have a blood vessel, it's a specific size around. And then we have damage to the blood vessels, and we have our cholesterol that kind of comes like chewed up bubble gum and spackles it on there to patch up the abrasiveness from the sugar. So now that blood vessel that's supposed to be this big around is getting to be this big around and this big around and this big around on the inside because of the continued damage. The pressure going through something this big is so much higher than that same force going through something this big. On top of that, you're also ending up with injured arteries, right? So this is actually how blood sugar ends up with microvascular damage, meaning damage to those very itty bitty tiny vessels in the body, usually like in the fingertips and toes, things like that. And you end up with like numbness and burning in your hands and feet. Some diabetics sound off in the comments because you know what I'm talking about, right? Of course, major ways to improve your health and specifically heart health is going to be diet and exercise, right? Weight loss plays a role too, but even the American Heart Association recommends diet and exercise as the first line treatment for heart disease like high blood pressure and things like that. All right, we had some technical difficulties, but if you've watched this far, thank you for staying tuned. And let's just continue the discussion. So how does exercise lower blood sugar? It is quite simple, really. Exercise is going to work the muscles. The muscles need sugar to work effectively. So the harder you work the muscles, the more sugar they're going to require, and they're going to pull it from the blood. Exercise lowers blood sugar. Make sense? Hit the thumbs up button if that made sense, or drop me maybe a question in the comments below if you need more clarification on that. I think I'm going to be doing a Q&A video pretty consistently, just gathering all the questions that you guys throw in the comments, and then I'll just put them all up in one question and answer session. So if you don't get something, make a comment down below and I'll be sure to get to it. If we structure the way we eat to remove the things that hurt the heart and add in more of the things that help the heart, then we basically set ourselves up for a more successful life health-wise. Foods that harm the heart would be, of course, refined foods, like we were mentioning before, things with a lot of excess sugar, fats like trans fats specifically, that the body doesn't process very well. And things that help the heart would be things that are high in antioxidants, high in heart-healthy fats like omega-3s, and foods high in fiber. You've probably heard me say this before. I wouldn't start really with reducing salt intake, but make sure that you're having balanced electrolytes. How do you even know where to start when you're trying to find, healthy, heart-healthy options? You can start with a simple search of foods high in, and then you add whatever you're looking for. So foods high in plus omega-3s, food high in soluble dietary fiber, foods high in antioxidants, just as an example. And drop a red heart in the comments if you love Pinterest as much as me. I scoured Pinterest for good dinner ideas when I was getting ready to make this video, but there's so much on there. I focused on meals that were high in fiber, high in antioxidants and high in heart healthy fats. I am gonna make a separate video though where we go through them together because this one is already pretty long as it is. I'll list them below, but I was thinking salmon with some quinoa maybe, and a nice kale salad with red onions, ooh, pickled red onions, some pecans maybe, and even a little razzle dazzle of pomegranate kernels. That sounds so good. Second dinner plate is gonna be grass-fed beef. So you can do steak, you can do like a Mongolian beef, you can do a beef stew, then add roasted potatoes on the side and a side of asparagus. That sounds delicious. I want to eat right now. Somebody come cook for me. And my last idea is an Asian inspired beef. Same grass-fed, grass-finished beef, but this time we're gonna do beef strips. We're gonna do some crispy Brussels sprouts and a nice side of wild rice. That sounds amazing. So now you and your significant other can cook together, or you could just cook for your special someone. These ideas are heart healthy, guilt-free, and even if they're not, remember, you plan for this. 80-20 rule, right? One day does not have to mess up your entire New Year's resolution or your health journey. But if you want to see the videos as much as I want to see the videos, jump over to the next in the playlist. It's going to be a reaction video. Let's talk about it. See you in the next one.